Shehu Abdullahi, I'm the head treasury Nigerian midstream and downstream petroleum authority. Shehu Abdullahi.
Yeah, your designation?
I'm the head treasury Nigerian midstream and downstream petroleum.
Head treasury, oh, okay, sir.
My name is Yusuf Bobi Abdullahi. I'm the head budget and assistant director from the midstream downstream petroleum regulatory authority.
Okay, honorable colleagues, I also want to report that the chief executive officer, is it called DG or MD or ES?
It's called Authority Chief Executive Officer.
Authority.
We are, sorry sir, we are authority in the regulatory industry, sir.
So, it's authority chief executive officer?
Yes, that's what we are called, sir, because our name is Nigerian Midstream Downstream Regulatory Petroleum.
What a mouthful that. Okay, he actually called me and they are trying to resolve a matter that could lead to disruption in supply of petroleum products, and he has asked that he be represented by the executive director, and I've granted that permission. So that's why the ED Finance is standing in for him this morning. And the subject matter is still a continuous investigation into payment through Remita. We have the document submitted by the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority here with us. And I hope that the soft copy is also available to the Secretariat for projection in case anyone also wants to follow through the soft copy. So I'll ask that to be put on oath, which is the standard practice for investigative hearing. After you take the oath or affirmation and you sign, then we'll go into the presentation of your document. You can choose to do that by any of the holy books, the Bible and the Quran are here, or by affirmation.
I, do solemnly swear and affirm that the evidence I shall give before the committee or the documents I will present before them shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
All right, so immediately you finish signing the form, you may please go and give us the synopsis of your presentation this morning. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, Honorable Chairman, and once again I say good morning to you and to honorable members of this committee. Again, my name is Abiodun Adeniji, representing the Authority Chief Executive of NMDPRA. We are here on the subject matter that you sent to us, and you asked us to supply about 4 items, which they are all in the package, in other submissions, including the soft copy that you may be looked at. I'll start by saying that Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority was created in line with the passage of the Petroleum Act, in which I believe quite a number of members of this committee participated in August 2021. We resumed duty in November 2021, the present executive team. The subject matter, our submission, is in response to the request by this esteemed committee with respect to investigation of revenue leakages through Remita platform and non-compliance substantively with standard operating procedure and other allied service level agreement. Page from the submission, pages 1 and 2 are scheduled showing total revenue collected and generated through Remita platform in the sum of 75,790,543,047 naira. The audited financial statements for the year 2015 to 2021 are enclosed from pages 3 to 141. The Honorable Chairman, the last, but not the least, the third question raised is that the service level agreement. The Honorable Chairman is to note that the decision and directive for the use of Remita payment platform was that of the federal government through the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation and the Federal Ministry of Finance for all parastatals, ministries, and MDGs. Hence, the Memorandum of Understanding and Service Level Agreement is expected to be domiciled with the directing authority, meaning that we are only instructed to be using the Remita. The service level agreement is between the OAGF, Ministry of Finance, and other authorities. Now, the last subject matter here is the challenges faced by the authority while using Remita platform. This is actually captured in page 142 of submission, but I just feel I can briefly state that number one challenge is charges on failed transactions are not refunded by Remita, and this really impacts the organization financially. You can imagine where we are processing 10, 20 billion naira at the time for the marketers, because we still have the marketers that we are still paying right from the funds, Petroleum Equalization Fund, before the President of the Republic of Nigeria, President Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, kind of ended the subsidy May 29, 2023. And up to today, we are still paying the marketers up to today. However, you can imagine paying 20 billion naira for a session, and maybe 10 billion naira will go for like a week or two because of the system is so slow, and you have disconnect in the process of that payment, and they charge you because they normally charge us 2% of processed funds.
Who charges you 2%?
Remita.
Remita charges you?
I think about 2% of whatever funds we pass, that passes through them. So
no, let's get it. That is when you initiate your payment.
Yes, sir.
To any of your service providers. Yeah. Please get this information correctly, Edie. No, they can help you. If they have the information, they can use the microphone. They are also on oath. Edie.
Yes, sir.
Any of them who has sworn to an oath here can speak if the information is in their custody. So if you grant them permission.
I'm not sure the correct figure, but it's not up to 2%. It's a certain amount that is being charged per transaction.
Per transaction of payments you initiate,
yes,
through Remita, you get charged.
Yes.
But you don't have an idea of how much you're charged.
I cannot give it in percentage. But
are you the accountant?
I'm the head treasurer.
Head of treasury?
Yes.
Okay, who is the desk officer, like the account person? He's not here. All right. Okay, go ahead. We'll just take note of that. You supply us with that information when you have it. Yeah.
We'll do that, sir. Now, in such occasions, such charges are not returned back to us. The process can still go on. The such charges are not really.
So, do you have figures that you have not yet reconciled with Remita, or you just forget it because you are very rich? You don't ask them.
No, sir. Every time we are still doing reconciliation with them up to date.
All right. Okay. Let's go to the first page of their presentation, which has to do with the year-by-year analysis of the fund received. Can you project that for us, please?
Okay.
Page 1 of their presentation, which has the year-by-year analysis. In the meantime, what are the categories of services that you earn your income from?
Basically, right now is 0.5% of wholesale petroleum products sold in Nigeria. That is where we earn our income from.
No, wait. Let's begin from 2015.
Okay.
What were the things you were earning your fees from?
In 2015, the Petroleum Equalization Fund doesn't earn any money because it's just a fund. The NMDPRA basically is the one that earns funds, and they earn the 1 naira 20 kobo.
Oh, those were your predecessor companies?
Yeah, those are the predecessors. We were merged in 2021 November. So prior to that 2021 November, only PPPRA earns money, which is 1 naira 25 kobo per liter of petroleum products sold in Nigeria ex-depot. But when we are merged now, the only income really coming to us prior to the removal of the subsidy is basically that 120 kobo. However,
on every liter,
per liter sold in Nigeria, sir, ex-depot. Not retail price, ex-depot price, like the wholesale price. Yeah. Okay, sir. So, but when we
you know why this question is important? I wanted to, because this is it's a very important
yes,
aspect of this investigation. By your year here started from 2016.
2015, yes, 2016.
2016.
Yes, sir.
You don't have 2015 here.
We don't have 2015 here.
But you are supposed to provide us from 2015.
Yes, sir.
But the letter that you got, you're supposed to provide them from 2015.
We surely do that because we couldn't do this, the 2015, and well, I would take that responsibility. And the reason for this is, when a lot of after 6 years, a lot of documents have been moved, archived somewhere, especially when we now merged, because PPPRA, Petroleum Equalization Fund, and 1/3 of the fund DPR, which is the downstream, the midstream downstream of DPR, which is so we're merged together. Like for now, we don't have access to DPR information, but they belong to the NUPRC.
Okay, you still work to get those ones because they're important.
Yes.
So the clarification we are trying to seek first is that the monies earned in 2015, 2016, up till 2020,
up to 2021.
2021 were earned by PPRA.
Basically, PPPRA, sir.
Only, PPRA only.
Yes, sir. Because Petroleum Equalization Fund is a fund, the only reason they were established is bridging claims and bridging allowance. They get bridging claims from the marketers. They get bridging allowance from the marketers. They pay bridging claims.
Okay, so the PPRA earned 1 billion. This 1,709,000, 709,269,211.00 was earned by PPRA only in 2016.
2016.
And it should have represented 1 naira
20 kobo.
20 kobo
per liter.
Per liter of ex-depot.
Ex-depot, yes. That is, sir, the money that goes to the Remita. I don't think they have any other account, but it's because basically it's a TSA account and they go through Remita directly. That is in 2015, 2016. That is 2016 that we are seeing here. Okay,
because we are looking at, part of what we are looking at here is possibility of revenue losses.
Yes, sir.
So how do we have information on the quantum of liters ex-depot upon which we're going to base the 1 naira 20 kobo on? How do we get that information? I hope you understand me, sir.
Yes, sir.
To be sure that we couldn't have earned more than 1.7 billion naira in the year under consideration.
Okay, sir. So what you're asking me, sir, basically is to provide you with a schedule of petroleum products ex-depot. So we can provide you that, but not today, sir.
Okay. Secretary, please note that.
So that's operations department.
What did you call the document again?
Is
details of
details of schedule of petroleum products sold, the volume, because it will be the volume multiplied by the naira that will give us this.
Excellent.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you can go ahead.
Okay, sir. Now, in 2017, Remita payment through Remita 6.4 billion. 2018, 6.15 billion. 2019, 9.2 billion.
Yes, please.
Sorry, I have to interrupt the ED. I've gone through this bulky document. It will appear only page 1, and the last page are relevant. So you're just reading page 1, does not give us anything to work with. All we have here are your audited financial statements for the years you quoted in 16, 17 to 21. What would have preferred, like Chairman was saying, was what makes up each of these figures Otherwise, we are going to go back to that same question for 2016, 2017, and so on. So this document and what you are reading now does not give us anything to work with to try to get the possibility of these revenue leakages. That's the area we are interested in.
Okay.
So a breakdown will be better than these financial statements per year.
Honorable sir, you know, what the letter we received, right, states comprehensive schedule showing total gross revenue. So we, from the Department of the Directorate of Finance and Account, we deal with the figures. So that's why we brought you this. However, most of this information that we are asking for, technically, is in the financial statement, the auditor reports. We'll give you it's right in this submission. However, maybe in addition to that, what I will proceed to do further is to provide you with the schedule of the volume, just like the chairman said, because it is only that operational schedule that will provide you with the volume that will give you how did we arrive at this figure. But from the financial statement point of view, which is in this submission, everything is provided.
Edie, the only thing I've seen, I've gone through all the financial statements. It's just at that point where the statement refers to turnover, and then it mentions 1.7 for 2016. It's only such points, like in page 26, only such points that you can extract anything relevant. Every other thing I've looked at are not relevant to the investigation we are conducting. So you need to look at data that is relevant to present before the committee. These financial statements, they don't at all. That's my
the question, sir,
thinking.
If I may answer your question, sir, your question still relates to what the chairman said, which is what I wrote down that we will provide. You are looking for what makes up that financial statement, so which is operational. This letter was received in Finance and Account Directorate to bring to you, the honorable members, the revenue.
But excuse me, if this letter was received and you have an audited account, right? Yes. Shouldn't that audited account for what brought about the figures? This is 1 naira 20 kobo per liter. So number of liters will give us this amount before you start. Just the volume. That is where, because it seems to me these numbers were just picked at random.
Mr. Chairman, sir, and my honorable committee members of this very august committee, the observations of the committee members is germane and is correct. However, the financial statements are what we call executive high-level financial presentation, pictorial presentation of the state of affairs of the authority. But every figure that you see there is being supported by the necessary and relevant schedules and cash flow analysis, and also working paper documents that support each and every figure. And the information.
Wait.
Okay, sir.
When you say office materials and supplies, and it's supported by high-level schedules, can you bring us receipts of all the office materials and supplies?
Sir, we do respect my honorable members, sir. We do respect, sir, and we do respect to the committee, sir. What I mean by everything is being supported by the relevant schedules is that whatever related and relevant information that gives a reasonable and acceptable meaning to the figures that are there, and as vetted by our external auditors, are there, and we shall provide it to the committee that will make sense on how those figures are arrived at. And as the chairman rightly observed, that there is a need for us to provide quantity that at the volume that leads to those figures, which my executive director, however, also observed that the quantity and the volumes are operational. However, It is not outside our own purview, and we'll make all these informations available to the distinguished committee as soon as possible.
All right. Just a moment, because I want us to also guide them and be guided, because yes, you have your audited accounts, which of course is also subject to further auditing, if I may put that word, to be sure that they actually give a very fair assessment. But you know, they are a successor company to some other companies that have wound up as a result of the passage of the PIA. So whatever we are asking them for those years, we have to be sourced from the archive of those companies that have wanted. I don't know whether that is correct, but definitely I'm sure you must still have them, because they are departments, and some of them also have some things, some working relationship, even when they were existing. The Petroleum Equalization Fund, the PEF, and the PPRA. So that they are no longer in existence by law does not mean that their transactions record are wiped off. Is that correct?
It's correct, sir. And that's the reason why immediately yes, we were able to produce from 2016, in spite of the fact that we came in 2021. We have the relevant documents. What my honorable is saying is documents that leads to the figure. They are basically operational, and what I'm trying to say is that when this letter came, the letter says, give me audited accounts. Now we have schedules that leads to this audited account, which definitely our external auditors worked on. So if you're asking us to provide all those schedules like budget, if we want to give you budget now, we just give you straight summary of the budget. But what leads to that X, Y, Z is Z. So what we will do, we will go back and bring the schedules that leads to these figures. Thank you, sir.
Chairman, thank you very much. My name is Honorable Chinedu. I came a bit late, so I don't know if any of my colleagues have asked this question. I want to ask you now. Now, the idea of this investigation is to look out for leakages, right? So I don't know whether you have the agreement within you and Remita, because we are supposed to calculate the volume of petroleum products that you have received. Then, so that with the volume of petroleum products you have received, now we're able to know the agreement you have with Remita, whether Remita have either shortchanged the federal government, because based on that volume, that we know what is due to Remita and what is due to federal government.
Okay, we have tackled that.
Okay,
we tackled that. And then they don't also have agreements with Remita. The agreement is with the CBN,
and Federal Ministry of Finance and Office of Accountant General. We are instructed. So the service level agreement, the MOU, or whatever agreement Remita has, is with OAGF. Yes, sir.
OAGF doesn't have agreement with Remita. Ministry of Finance also doesn't have. I'm telling you, I'm just informing you. That's a very good assumption that you had. But it's a rebuttable assumption. It's a very good, and that was also our own initial assumption until we found out that the only agreement that is governing all the transactions between Remita and CBN.
We were just instructed from OAGF. It's a TSA account. We don't have any commercial bank account. It's a straight TSA account. But you, go through Remita.
Don't worry, we have noted that. Zakari Yampa.
Thank you.
Please,
thank you, Mr. Chairman, my colleagues, and our guests. I'm Doda Zakari Yampa, member representing the people of Madagali, Michika Federal Constituency. Mr. Chairman, my apology for coming a bit late. Sir, the main reason for this investigation is we are trying to look at leakages on revenue generation by agency to the government. And you know how important it is when everybody was talking about subsidy payment that started from PPRA, PEF to oil marketers. Which agency do you think can account for these leakages, because so many people were claiming payment of transportation cost, to bridges cost to the government, that people would, that one is very key, is very important as a revenue leakage on the side of the government. Are you the one responsible now, or were you the agency that supposed to say there are actually leakages? Because we all agree in this country there are a lot of waste where we pay people subsidy through transporters that did not even transport products. Bridging claim, as my colleague is saying. Who is responsible? Who are the people that now will say, if they can actually block these leakages, our revenue will not be...
Okay, let them just note that. Don't answer. Let them note it. Just note that question.
We know that, and we have the information.
Note the question so that you can take them together. Because I don't want us to lose track of some of these. Yeah, Honorable. No, please, Honorable Bapa Misao. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Aliyu Bapa Misao. My question goes like this. The submissions from 2016 to 2021, as reflected on as projected, you had 790,543,047. That is the total collection. Am I right, sir? Okay. If you look at the other side, there is a disparity.
Meanwhile, these are our own documents, not yours. This is the analysis of, so it's good. I just want to...
You can see that we have 582,418,624,983.67. And this document is from Remita. And what constitutes yours is PPPRA, PEP, NMDPRA, PPPRA for 8 years and PEP for 8 years. Why do we have that disparity? I'm coming, let me learn. Why do we have the disparity? And if we have that disparity, can you give us the breakdown why this huge disparity of almost 516,628,081,936.67? That is, I will want you to avail us with this huge disparities.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable, and then I really thank you for...
Hello, please take note of those. I wanted to take the questions as a batch. You understand me? As a batch.
Okay.
So take note of that so that you can answer them together. Any other question, Honorable colleague, please? Yes, sir. Microphone, sir.
Thank you, Chairman. On your challenges faced by your authority, you indicated that charges on failed transactions are not refunded by Remita. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You also indicated that frequent downtime due to maintenance by Remita adversely impacts service delivery, and also incomplete records as reports generated from Remita platforms relating to past transactions are often incomplete and not the same as what was uploaded originally. Now my question is, all these challenges, has they not led to what this investigation is all about? That is, has there not been leakages as a result of all this? If your answer is yes, then no problem.
Rashid.
If your answer is no, then explain to this committee why charges you are charged on fair transactions. Or Remita takes the money. What you are supposed to receive, you don't receive it. and the maintenance problem with their platforms, wherein you cannot transmit. How has that not affected the leakages?
Okay, thank you, Honorable. Yes, Honorable, please put on the microphone.
Thank you, my chairman. ED, please, let me ask some questions. If you go to page 11, you see the zero was recorded under the income, while in page 26, in 2015, sorry, page 11 in 2015.
Page 11.
Yes, sir.
That's audited account.
Yes, in 2015.
Which item, please?
2015, sir.
Sir?
Income, other income.
Other income. What was the question?
You see, the zero was recorded under the income.
2015.
Yes, sir. While in the page 26, the sum of 4,126,272,706 was reported. Why?
No, page 26 is a different year, Honorable.
Yes. Yes, 20. No. We have 2015. Check. Yes.
Just a moment, please. Page 26. Oh, okay. We are under other income.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. You know, there will be a reference to the previous year.
With due respect, sir, under that same figure of 6.88 for 2015 is subvention. Probably it is the way the arrangement. So it felt like it's under other income because it's subvention that is 6.8 in 2015, page 11, and also being reported the same thing 6.8 as a comparative figure and comparative analysis on page 26.
It's talking about the other income column.
That's sir. Sir, if you look at it, that's why I said footnote 6, page 11, footnote 6 is that figure that is 6.8.
Okay, so you have that.
Yes, sir.
But what happens to the other income of 4,125,702,705, which gives the total?